Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon episode review. This one is going to be for 202, Invasion of the Squirrelanoids. Yes, that is a bit of a mouthful. So yeah, this is episode 2 of season 2. As I said, the title is Invasion of the Squirrelanoids. And yeah, this was definitely an episode which kind of defines my thoughts on it. It was pretty much just that, an episode. There wasn't anything amazing to it. It was just there. It was good, like it was entertaining, but I think it was definitely one of the lower ranked episodes of the whole series so far. And really, this is probably going to be one of my shortest Turtles reviews ever. Probably the shortest, but there's just very little to say about the episode because it was so basic. It was just mutant squirrels, they went to capture them, they kind of solved it, but it's still going to continue, and it's just like, why do I care that much? There was no real character development in it. Like, okay, Mikey was a bit clever to realize that the comic was similar to the what was actually happening, had the solution kind of in the end, and the turtles took this on as their responsibility. That was nice. But other than that, it was just an episode. It was just chasing squirrels around the place, and there wasn't just that much to it. Like, and especially like with the two shows I'm reviewing on my channel right now are Korra and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and like I think this just was really highlighted to me because Korra happened to have the most packed episodes in terms of everything possible in Beginnings Part 1 and 2. And then for Turtles to air this episode, it was just the biggest contrast between the shows ever in that I don't think Korra would ever have an episode this kind of light on content, but you know, as I said, it was entertaining. The turtles banter together is always fun. Um, it was interesting that Splinter got a little bit of an increased role than usual in this episode. He was a bit more involved, and he's always entertaining. Um, but again, like you know, one of my other problems is that like, where on earth was April in this episode? Um, I said this probably every single time April wasn't in an episode last season, but especially moments like, okay, April's super important now. Let's get rid of her for like 5 episodes. The same here. Let's set up this thing that April's angry at the turtles for what happened to her father. Let's not have her in the next episode. Let's not have any sort of emotional thing about that in the next episode. It's just this show. What is this show? Is it trying to have a continuous plot, or is it just trying to be episodic with some minor things linking together the whole season? It needs to decide what it is pretty quickly, because if you know this squirrel thing is going to be the next few episodes, I'm going to be disappointed. Um, they have great character stuff set up with the whole April thing. Use that. That's what like has me emotionally invested in these characters. This episode, as I said, did nothing really for the turtles. I didn't feel like they were in danger at all. And again, it was just not much to it. It didn't seem like the most important plot ever. You see, as I said, I'm kind of running out of stuff right here. I did enjoy the fact that the big joke of the episode was almost that what's happening is identical to this comic that Mikey happens to be reading at this time, and everything is going the exact same way. Um, but other than that, that kind of clever use of the plot, and you know, it's kind of cliched almost in comic books. It was just an episode, as I said. I'm just thinking about what else is in the episode. I thought it was interesting but odd that they actually ended the episode with the kind of cliffhanger that these things are still out there and dangerous, and that oh they're they're keeping these things going. Just like this show has kept everything going, which is a kind of a plus, but at the same time, there's so much stuff. Like they kind of do need to like permanently defeat one villain at some stage, just to show that. But you know, anything else? Animation, continues to be amazing. The voice acting is good. But yeah, the main thing is just that the pacing is just really off in this season so far. Good opener, setting up a lot of stuff, and admittedly, this episode was, find one of the mutagen canisters and stuff like that. But I really hope they don't do that many episodes about this. The biggest comparison I could probably make is Transformers Prime Season 2 had a lot of like relic hunt episodes. It managed to just about keep a balance between, hunting for relics and like character development, plot progression, because it didn't it presented stuff like Smokescreen towards the end of the season. It had stuff, more character focused stuff at the start. So they just need to bring the characters in that we care about. April and Cry, Shredder. No Shredder, no crying in this episode. That was a big thing that was noticed. But yeah, the main thing I'm going to say to end this is just that, as good as the four turtles are together on screen and that they always work, they're always entertaining, it's only in a kind of humorous kind of brother point of view. I really don't feel like an incredible emotional attachment to the four turtles, simply because none of them have really gone through anything incredibly important yet in the series. As I said, April is the character I'm really interested in this series, not the turtles, and that's really showing on screen now. So yeah, that's been the review. I don't have anything else to say. I hope the next episode is a bit more there's a bit more to it. It's more important. So definitely in the comments, let me know what your thoughts were on this episode. I'm really eager to see other people's thoughts on this, because this just was a really odd episode to me in terms of like second episode of season 2, and it's felt like one of the worst of the whole season, but it was still pretty good. So there, comment below what your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and bye.